Hello and welcome to what will likely be the most important video you will watch this holiday season. To be honest, I'm impressed you even made it this far without it. Should you buy the PlayStation 5 or should you buy the Xbox Series X? Find out the answer to this and a little bit more in today's video that you're watching right now. Let's get to the breakdown of these two fantastic pieces of technological advancement and help you figure out which console suits you best. What makes this console generation so interesting is how different it is from the ones that came before it. For the first time I can think of, these consoles have not been built to target the same people. In actuality, they've been built to be so expensive that you'll probably never be able to afford one of them, let alone both. So, without further ado, let's get to the answer of the most important question. Should you buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X in 2020? Really? The most important question? Not like, why haven't the world's governments been able to stop the endless tide of this viral pandemic? So, with both consoles launching within the first 2 weeks of November, you're going to want to make your decision fast, and in no way realize that none of the past consoles have ever given us any major reason to buy them at launch. Well, since the PS1. Or possibly the PS2. Because DVD players were expensive as shit back in the 2000s. Price point can always be a tough nut to swallow. The world is imploding and no one has a stable source of income right now. But you'll be glad to know that there's no clear-cut advantage on either side, as both consoles cost exactly the same, which is a grand total of way too much. Though good luck getting your hands on one even if you do have the money. Most online stores sold through their pre-orders in minutes, and with the world of retail under a strict lock and key, you best start furiously writing those Christmas lists to Santa. Because you're going to need every kind of Christmas miracle imaginable to even see one of those damn things, let alone buy one of your very own. Fear not though, parents. Your malnourished young may be able to taste meat this Christmas because both Microsoft and Sony have heard your plea for a cheaper alternative, with the Xbox Series S and digital-only PS5. It's just a shame that all of your kids will hate you because everyone at school will know how poor you are if you buy them these. Now, what is a console without the games? Okay, fine. Don't answer me then. Rude. Are aesthetics something you worry about? Do you want a console that looks just as elegant as your Live, Laugh, Love wall decal? Well, both consoles offer an exciting, yet equally unique look. PlayStation 5 treats us to what may be the best-looking Wi-Fi router on the market. And it just gets better from there. At launch, you'll be able to pick up your PS5 in such colours as horrendously eye-bleaching white and the one that everyone will buy. So it turns out that the black was actually a leak of a model that should be launching sometime next year. Well, I'm going to have to find myself some dodgy custom cases then. But if you want a more unique look, don't worry, you can just pop the lid off that Tupperware container like Kimiko did to that Albanian guy. Xbox, on the other hand, hits us with a never-before-seen breeze block design that I'm still unsure will fit into any of the shelves on my TV stand. Controllers. Both are sleek, elegant, and guaranteed to run through their battery in a matter of minutes. They both have their buttons for you to tippy-tap your way to victory, and the analog sticks that will make your thumbs bleed after that 12-hour Call of Duty marathon. Do kids still play Call of Duty? Oh, yeah, alright. Okay, cool, yeah, got it. That 12-hour Fortnite marathon that you told your mum would only be one round before you went to bed. So who's ahead in the Battle of the Brains? Whose memory is up to snuff? Who's taking home the W in this episode of Storage Wars? I mean, you're just going to buy a hard drive for them anyway, so who cares? Now, I know you. Yes, I do. Don't pull that face, you know I do. And you're the kind of person who wants to get deep into the nitty-gritty of system specs, right? Of course you are. Well, I've put in a lot of research over the past few months for this video, crunching numbers and decoding terms like gigahertz and teraflops to give you the most straightforward breakdown of how these two mammoth manufacturing marvels compare. And I've got nothing. It's all far too confusing. Hopefully someone can explain it to you before you spend all that money, because man, that's a lot of money to spend on something that you have absolutely no idea about. I would not want to be in your shoes right now. But to make it a bit easier, I'll go through the exclusive games that have been announced for each console at launch. First, Xbox hits us with and Sony's coming in strong with Now, on to one of the most debated subjects that comes into play when buying any new console: backwards compatibility. Before dropping a single penny onto a new console, most gamers need to know if their new precious playmate will be able to handle their shelves upon shelves of old games. A lot of us have been building these collections for years, meticulously curated and cared for. We need to know that we'll be able to play through our beloved archives. Because adult life is too much, we need them to drown our brains in nostalgia to stop us from realizing that there's no escape from the endless, monotonous march of time. But how could we possibly buy a new console if it won't let us play our childhood classics? Quite easily, because we all own every single console for every single game in our collection. So this entire focus on backwards compatibility is completely redundant and just devolves into the fact of whether or not you can be asked to get up and plug in a new console every once in a while. So, in summary, what console should you buy this season? Well, if you're a parent, then without a doubt, your kids have already told you. And if you're a fully functioning adult like myself, you've probably already priced up a PC. Failing that, get whichever one you want. I'm not the boss of you. Go out and do some research if that's important to you. Why are you living your life behind a screen expecting a stranger to make your choices for you? Well, I hope this has been helpful, and remember to like, share and subscribe for future help and tips with pointless decisions. Next time we'll be discussing hard versus paperback books, and why you're just going to look at memes on your phone anyway.